Hello and welcome. In this video, let us learn to use conditional statements in JavaScript. Okay. Now, I want to write a program in which the program compares time and gives me a result. Okay. Now, first let me write few lines and then I'm going to explain you how it works. Okay. Initially, I'm saying let time is equal to 9. All right. Time is equal to 9. So 9 is 9 a.m. All right. Next, what I want to happen is if the time is less than 12 p.m., then I want the program to greet good morning. Okay. Once again, I have given time as 9, correct? I want the program to see if the time is less than 12 p.m. and if it is less than 12 p.m. it has to say good morning or it has to greet good morning. I want to write a code for that. Okay. For that we use if. All right. If conditional, and inside brackets we mention the condition, and inside flower brackets we mention the desired output. Okay. So the syntax is this. So if something inside this bracket is true, then do something that is inside this bracket. Okay, this set of brackets. All right. Now, what I want to do is I want to check if time, which is this time, is less than or equal to 12. All right. 12 in the sense 12 p.m. If time is less than or equal to 12 p.m., let me give space so that it is easy for you to read it. Then what I want to do is greet good morning. Okay, greet good morning. So I'm saying let time equal to 9. I'm saying a variable by the name time is equal to 9, and if the time is less than 12, then say good morning. All right. So this is the condition which should be in parenthesis, and this is the output which should be inside the flower brackets. Okay. Now when I run it, I'm going to get an output good morning. This is because 9 is less than 12. 9 is less than 12. So 9 a.m. is still morning, and so it says good morning. Okay. So this condition comes out as true. All right. True. So when this is true, when this condition becomes true, this will be the output. Okay. Now, what if it is false? Let me say 13. Okay. Afternoon 1 o'clock. 1 p.m. Next, when I run it, it says program did not output anything. That is because here this checks whether time is less than or equal to 12. It is neither less than 12 nor equal to 12. And so the result of this is false. And so this will not be the output. So what will be the output? We have not mentioned anything about that. And so it says program did not output anything. Okay. Now we have to proceed. We said that if time is less than or equal to 12, print this or log this into the console. But what if this is false? What if the time is more than 12 p.m.? Then what should we do? For that, we need to use else statement. Okay, else, not yeah, else. All right, and inside brackets, I'll say console.log good afternoon. All right, good afternoon. So when I run this, I'm going to get good afternoon as result. Now what has happened is time 13 is checked in this condition. This comes out as false, and so this is skipped. Alright, this is skipped and this is executed. So if this is true, do this. If it is not true, then do this. So this is how the program works. Okay. So if this is true, do this, else do this. Okay. So this is how if else works. Alright. Now, generally how we write is like this. Okay. So else like this. Alright. Yeah. So we start the flower bracket here instead of in a new line. Alright. Now let me continue. Let me delete this. Alright. I'll say const math marks is equal to 28. Alright, 28. And now I'll say if math marks is greater than or equal to 40, if math marks is greater than or equal to 40, then I'll say console.log you pass the exam. Alright, you pass the exam. So if the math marks is greater than or equal to 40, it has to say you pass the exam. Alright. Now let us check this, or let me give 48 here initially. Alright. Let me run it. And since 48 is greater than 40, it says you passed the exam. Alright. Next, what if this is not true? Then we'll say else. I'll say console.log and you failed the exam. Alright, you failed the exam. And let me check this. Let me have 28 here and let me run it. And since 28 is less than 40, or if since this is not true, this is executed. Alright. Now I want to add few more lines here. Let me say const, okay, short. Alright. I am declaring a variable here. Const short is equal to 40 minus math marks. Alright, 40 minus math marks. So what I'm doing is I'm checking how much more marks did he needed to pass the exam. Okay, so 40 is the marks that is required to pass the exam. So he has scored 28 in this case. So how much short is he? Alright, so 40 minus math marks. So 40 minus 28 is the number of, or is the marks that he actually needed to pass the exam. Okay, so next I'll print console.log and inside brackets and inside ticks, so you know how to use it. You are, I'll use dollar symbol, I'll use this, okay, I'll say short, I'll close the flower bracket, marks short. Alright, so I'm saying this. What I'm printing is how much short the person was to pass the exam. Okay, so let me run this, and you can see I have two messages here. You failed the exam, that is the result of this line, and then this is calculated. Okay, so 40 minus 28 is calculated and it is stored in short variable, and in the next line that value is substituted here before printing this out. So you are 12 marks short. You are 12 marks short. So if he had gotten more, if he had gotten 12 more marks, he would have passed the exam. That is the meaning. Alright. Now, let me give 68. Let me give 68. Let me run it. So you pass the exam. So when this is true, all three lines that are in else block are skipped. Okay. So this entire block is skipped if this comes out as true. So here in this case 68 more than 40 true, and so this entire thing is skipped. Only when it is false, only when this comes out as false, then everything inside else will be executed and this will be skipped. Okay, everything inside this will be skipped and else will be printed out or calculated. Okay, next, I hope you have understood this. Let me delete this. Now let me go back to my initial example. I'll say const time is equal to 8. Alright, const time is equal to 8, and I'll say if time is less than 10, let time is less than 10, let me print console.log good morning. Okay, good morning. Next, what I'm having here is else if. Alright, else if. And let me write the code. I'll explain you how it works later. Time is less than 14. Alright, time is less than 14. I'll say good day. Alright, good day. And then I'll say else good evening. Okay, good evening. So now it is, let me give space so that it is easy for you to understand. Let me run this and see, I get 8. Okay, sorry, I get good morning. So time 8, good morning. So time, let me have 12. Let me run it, good day. Okay, good day. And let me have 16, 4 p.m. run. So good evening. Alright, I have 3 results here. Now, let me explain you how it works. I am saying time variable is equal to 16. Alright, time variable is equal to 16. Now, first it checks whether time is less than 10. Is 16 less than 10? No. So this comes out as false, and when this comes out as false, this line is skipped. Okay, this line is skipped. Next, it goes to this line. So here, once again, it will check whether the time is less than 14. So 16 is not less than 14. So this condition also comes out as false. And so this line is skipped. And finally, this will be printed. Okay, good evening. Now, here, this is if block, this is else block. And the extra thing that we have here is else if. Okay, else if. Using else if, you can mention one more condition, or you can give one more condition to verify. Alright, one more condition. So this is second condition now. This is second condition. Now, let me run this. Okay, first it checks whether time is less than 10. This comes out as false, so this is skipped. Next it comes here. It checks whether 12 is less than 14. So this comes out as true. Okay, this comes out as true, and so this is printed, and this is skipped. All right. So this second condition which we have mentioned in else if becomes true, and so this is executed. So when I hit run, I get good day. All right. So else if is used to give more conditions or have more conditions. All right. You can have as many else if as you want. Okay. So you can have one more else if you want, one more else if you want, one more else if, and you can have the condition here inside this. So if this comes out as false, this will be checked. If this comes out as false, this will be checked. If this is false, this will be checked. If this is false, this is checked. If this is false, this is executed. Okay. So the conditions or the statements in else block is executed when all the others are false. Okay. When all the others are false, the statements in else is executed. All right. So this is how if else and if else works. All right. So I have an exercise for you, okay, which is this. I want you to declare a variable of the name marks and check for these conditions using else ifs. All right. So if the mark is greater than 90, then it should say that the person has A grade or scored A grade. If mark is greater than 80, then B grade. If mark is greater than 70, C grade, and so on. Okay. So this is the exercise for you. Go ahead and practice it. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care and thank you for watching.